My fiancé of 4 years was secretly sleeping with my own cousin for 8 months while planning our wedding. I found out 2 weeks before the ceremony when I saw the explicit messages and photos on her iPad. I didn't scream. I didn't confront her. Instead, I quietly canceled everything. Let her walk down the aisle thinking it was still happening, then exposed them both in front of our entire families. She lost her dream job, her friends, and the family she tried to steal from me. If you've ever been betrayed and want more raw stories like this, hit that like button and subscribe. My name's Ethan. I'm 31 now, but this nightmare happened when I was 29. I'd been with Lauren for almost 4 years. She was funny, ambitious, and made everyone feel like they were the most important person in the room. I fell hard. By year 3, we were engaged. Lauren planned everything. The wedding Pinterest board was started before I even proposed. I let her take the lead, because I just wanted her to be happy. My family is very close. My cousin Caleb grew up like a brother to me. When Lauren and I got engaged, Caleb was one of the first people I told. He gave a long toast at our party about how I'd finally found someone who could handle me. Everyone laughed. Lauren hugged him for a long time. I didn't think anything of it. Looking back, there were signs. She started going to yoga retreats every other month. Her phone was suddenly always face down. She'd changed her passcode. She said it was because of spam texts. I believed her. The biggest red flag was how much she talked about Caleb. "Caleb's so funny," she'd say. I thought she was just trying to bond with my family. The truth came out on a random Tuesday night. Lauren had a late work meeting, so I was home alone. Her iPad buzzed on the kitchen counter. I saw a text preview from C. "Can't stop thinking about last weekend. When can I see you again?" My stomach dropped. I opened the iPad. It was unlocked. I found hundreds of texts going back 8 months. Explicit photos. Voice notes. Hotel receipts from weekends. She told me she was visiting her sister. Plane tickets to Denver when she claimed she was at a work conference. They talked about how they were going to keep it going even after the wedding, because he'll never suspect anything. I sat on the kitchen floor for 40 minutes, just staring. I didn't cry. I just felt hollow. I took screenshots of everything. I saved them to a private cloud, then deleted the evidence from her iPad so she wouldn't know I'd seen it. Then, I did what any normal person would do. I kept quiet. I didn't confront her that night. I smiled when she came home. I acted completely normal for the next 2 weeks while she finalized wedding details. Inside, I was planning. I canceled the honeymoon in secret. I called the venue and told them the wedding was still on, but I needed to change a few things for the reception. I spoke to the DJ. I spoke to the photographer. I called my parents, my sister, and Caleb's mom. I sent them the screenshots. My dad said, "Son, you do what you need to do. We're behind you." The morning of the wedding, I woke up next to her like nothing was wrong. She was glowing. "Today's the day," she kept saying. I just nodded and smiled. She walked down the aisle looking like a dream. Everyone stood. My mom was crying. My sister looked like she wanted to murder someone. I stood at the altar and watched her come toward me. When the officiant asked if anyone had reason the marriage should not take place, I raised my hand. The room went dead silent. I turned to face our families. I looked straight at Lauren. "I do," I said. Then, I turned on the projector behind us. The screen lit up with the screenshots, the messages, the photos, the hotel receipts, everything. I didn't say another word. I let the evidence speak. Lauren's face went white. She started shaking her head, whispering, "No, no, no." Caleb was sitting in the 3rd row. His mother grabbed his arm so hard her knuckles turned white. He tried to leave, but my uncle blocked the aisle. I looked at the crowd and said one sentence. "They've been sleeping together since last summer, while she planned our wedding, while I paid for everything, while I trusted both of them." Then, I walked off the stage, out the side door, and didn't look back. I walked into the reception hall, told the staff to open the bar, and told the DJ to play the song I'd chosen. It was "Before He Cheats" by Carrie Underwood. People started laughing. Some cried. Some yelled at Caleb when he tried to slip out the back. Lauren's parents tried to talk to me, but I just kept walking. I haven't spoken to either of them since that day. That's only the beginning of how it all fell apart. I didn't go far after walking out of that ceremony. I drove straight to the hotel suite I'd booked, the one Lauren thought we'd be using together. I sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the champagne bucket, letting the ice melt while my phone blew up. Texts from my sister. "You okay?" That was brutal, but deserved. From my mom, "We love you." From Lauren, "Ethan, please call me." "This is a misunderstanding." From Caleb, "You're a psycho. You ruined everything." I blocked both of them within minutes. The family group chat was chaos. Some called me heartless for the public humiliation. Others said I was a hero. My dad sent a private message. "Proud of you. No yelling, no punching, just facts." That's strength. Lauren tried calling 47 times that first night. Her voicemails went from sobbing apologies to screaming accusations. I saved them all. Evidence, just in case. The next morning, reality hit. Lauren's dream job was at a marketing firm with a strict morality clause. One of her coworkers was at the wedding, and the video was already circulating on their internal Slack channels. By Monday, she was let go for conduct unbecoming of a representative. They didn't even wait for an explanation. She lost her apartment too. We'd been subletting from a friend of mine, and he gave her 30 days to move out. She crashed with her parents, but they were mortified. Her own mother told her, "You brought this on yourself. We can't even look at you the same." Caleb got it worse. He was a financial advisor, and word spread fast in our circle. 3 of his biggest clients pulled their accounts within a week. 1 left a review. "Great advisor, if you don't mind him sleeping with his cousin's fiancée." He tried to play the victim on Facebook, but he got called out by everyone. He eventually deactivated everything and moved back in with his parents in Denver. No more suits, no more handshakes. Our families were split for a while. Lauren's side blamed me for going nuclear. My side rallied around me. My grandma pulled me aside that Thanksgiving and said, "You did what your grandfather would have done." Quiet until it mattered. Then, no mercy. Me? I wasn't okay for a long time. The first few months were numb. I quit my job because every project reminded me of wedding invites. I moved into a small studio and started therapy. The therapist said I had betrayal trauma, nightmares about walking down aisles that never ended, waking up reaching for someone who wasn't there. I dated casually after about a year, but trust was shattered. Every time a woman touched my arm, I waited for the other shoe to drop. But time does its thing. 2 years later, I met Mia. She's a nurse, brutally honest, and she knows the whole story. When I told her, she just hugged me and said, "You didn't ruin their lives. They ruined yours for a while." Big difference. Lauren reached out once, 18 months later. A long email, saying she was in therapy, asking to apologize properly. I read it twice, then deleted it without replying. Some bridges aren't worth rebuilding. Caleb? I never heard from him again. Mutual friends say he's still bitter, still blaming me for ruining his reputation. Funny how he never mentions the 8 months of lying. Do I regret the projector? The song? The public exposure? Sometimes. I wonder if I could have just walked away quietly. But then, I remember those messages. Her saying the wedding was a chore. Him sending heart emojis while I planned our future. No. They didn't deserve privacy. They deserved consequences. If you ever find yourself in that spot, holding proof of the worst betrayal, ask yourself one question. Do they deserve mercy, or do you deserve justice? I chose justice. And honestly, I'd do it again. It's been almost 6 years since that projector lit up the venue in Portland. I'm 35 now. Mia and I got married last summer, a quiet backyard ceremony. When the officiant asked if anyone objected, I half expected a ghost from the past to stand up. Nobody did. It felt normal, earned. But normal doesn't erase history. I still live in Tacoma, working as a senior designer. No more wedding stationery in my portfolio. Just clean lines and armor. Mia knows every detail. She's the one who pushed me back into therapy when the nightmares returned. We don't pry. We just support. Lauren? She moved to Austin 3 years ago. rebranded herself as a wellness consultant. The irony isn't lost on anyone. Her profile is all sunrise yoga and self-love. She blocked my family, which was a smart move. My sister sends screenshots. We laugh, then we move on. Caleb, that one's messier. He bounced around Denver, crashing on couches. His mom tried to play peacemaker, but I never replied. He started dating someone new, Brooke. They got engaged last year. Then, 3 months ago, the universe decided to mess with me. Mia and I were in Denver for a weekend. We were at a distillery when I heard his laugh. That same barking chuckle from childhood. I froze. Caleb was in a corner booth with his groomsmen and Brooke. He had his arm around her. They were laughing. I should have left, but I didn't. 10 minutes later, he passed by my bar stool on the way to the bathroom. Our eyes locked. No buffer. His face drained of color. I waited, then followed him. He was at the sink when I walked in. "Ethan," he said. "Caleb," I replied. The silence was heavy. He told me he was trying to be better. He said Brooke didn't know the details, just that he'd fucked up a long time ago. He told me he'd said sorry 1,000 times, to mirrors and therapists. He said he still woke up replaying my face when the screen came on. That was surgical, he said. Then, he did the unthinkable. He invited me to his wedding. No pressure, he said. Just closure. I stared at him. Mia was waiting outside. My life was solid. Why drag old poison back in? No, I said. I'm not coming. But I'm not wishing you ill. Don't fuck it up, like you did mine. He swallowed hard. I turned to leave. Ethan? He paused. I never stopped thinking of you as my brother. I didn't reply. I just walked out. Back at the bar, Mia didn't ask questions. She just paid the tab, and we went for a walk. Best decision of the night. That encounter rattled me, not with anger, but with grief. Grief for the cousin I lost. I started writing letters I never sent. Burned most of them. Kept one. A reminder that pain doesn't have an expiration date. But it loses its grip if you stop feeding it. Lauren tried reaching out again last fall on LinkedIn. Professional tone. She wanted branding help for her coaching program. I typed back. I'm booked solid. Best of luck. Then I blocked her. No rage. Just done. Caleb got married in June. I saw the pictures. I felt neutral, like reading about a distant acquaintance. Then, 2 months ago, the final twist. My sister called me crying. Lauren had posted a story, sharing her truth. She framed our relationship as emotionally abusive. She said Caleb was her safe space during a dark time. She framed the betrayal as empowerment. I watched it once. With Mia, the lies didn't sting. It was the audacity. After everything, she still needed to be the victim. I went for a run, came home, and told Mia, I think I'm finally over it. She smiled. Took long enough. So here I am. If you've been through this, know that it gets quieter. The volume dials down, year by year. I don't hate them. I just don't wish them anything. They're footnotes now. Mia's calling me for dinner. Life's moving forward. If there's ever a part 4, it'll be boring. Kids, vacations, dishwasher arguments. The kind of boring that feels like winning. YouTube Metadata Kit, Part 3, Title Options. 1. 6 years later, my ex-fiancé tried to rewrite history, and I ran into my cousin. 2. The Final Reckoning, Why I Refused to Attend the Wedding of the Man Who Betrayed Me. 3. Closure, Life After the Viral Wedding Scandal That Destroyed My Family. Description hook. They say, time heals all wounds, but some scars remain. In this final chapter, I share what happened when I came face to face with Caleb years after the wedding disaster, and how Lauren is still trying to frame herself as the victim. This is a story about the long road to indifference, and why the best revenge is simply moving on.